What's up, family? How you guys doing? The live stream is about to start. Okay, here. Bam. Okay, hold on.
Hey,
Yeah, yay. Hold on a second here. We getting everything. Let's make sure we on. Live stream should be on. Okay, can you guys see me? Can you guys see me? Okay, let me make sure that they can see us. And we on this motherfucker. We off and rolling. What's up? Can you see me? Let me know that y'all can see me? Can y'all see me? Well, I gotta look and see shit myself, cause y'all so excited about this shit. I know y'all excited. Okay, okay.
Save big on
Let's
appliances at
see.
Sears hometown stores. Save up to 30% off appliances. Get this
Okay,
high.
there we go. So what's up, family? How you guys doing? I got none other than himself on the motherfucking phone. Reggie motherfucking Wright. What's up, Reggie?
what's up, Big Real? How you doing, man?
Hey man, all is good, all is love, Reggie. First of all, ladies and gentlemen, I want to shout out the realest. I want to shout the realest out because the realest made this happen. Realest hit me up and say, "Yo, man, you and Reggie, y'all need to get together, man. Y'all need to squash that bullshit that's going on, man, and y'all need to sit down and talk." So me and Reggie, we had a conversation. Off the phone, we chopped it up like grown men is supposed to chop it up, and here we are. So Reggie, let me ask you a question, my brother.
Okay, go ahead, bro.
Man, is Tupac dead or is Tupac alive?
Yeah,
You know I get this shit.
hey,
I
come
gotta
on.
ask. A real nigga. I
Yeah.
gotta ask a real. Come on now.
All right. Unfortunately, Tupac is no longer with us, man. He's no longer with us. I don't know why people would even put that out. I'm glad I'm not a family member. I'm still, feel like love. It hurts me, so I can imagine what it would do to people that really loved him, like his mom and his mother, his aunt, his sister, and our laws. I know they got to kill him to hear people really say that and think it's true.
Right.
But trust me, one of my guys got caught. One of my guys got in trouble. One of my cop boys got in trouble for taking him taking him home on the plane uh, in his ashes. When he was cremated, they rushed him to take him to the family. So
Okay.
he's no longer with us, man.
Okay. Now let me ask you another question. Now, Regs, who in the fuck is Malik Shakur? Who is this guy? Hold on. Somebody talking about we low over here. I honestly doubt it's
Yeah,
we low. Go ahead. Hold on a
the
second.
only Malik that I know
Mm-hmm.
was young at the time, and that's after Pac had even passed, and that was I believe that's the son of Edie's by uh by Tupac's sister. They have two kids together, and as I remember, when I was doing the Still Rise album with them, that they put some credits in there,
Mm-hmm.
and that was the and like I said, I'll be speaking off the top of my head. I am not a historian. I just things that I remember. And this stuff was like in 1999, but I could have sworn that was the name of Edie's son. I
Right.
could be wrong.
Now
So
Edie's
don't
son.
please don't tear me up.
Now Edie's son name is what's the guy name? It's is Malik Greenwich or whatever.
Oh,
Yeah, whatever Noble whatever Edie's last name is. That's what his son is. It's not his
okay.
son.
So it wouldn't be a Shakur anyway. No, I know it's not. I was just trying to say if
Right.
people knew the name or saw Malik around, that was the only person name. I know, Edie would have took his last name, but that was the only one that I knew.
Mm-hmm.
I never met that guy. I can honestly say he wasn't around. He was trying to say he was at the hospital and he was up there comforting Afeni and them. And I know it was no males that wasn't the outlaws that was up there.
Okay.
I know that for a fact, and I know he wasn't around. He could have been around the Thug Life days and Me Against the World, but he
Mm-hmm.
wasn't there while Tupac was out filming gang related Grill Out and all the material that Death Row did. All Eyes on Me. He wasn't. I know he wasn't around, but I pretty much knew everybody that was rolling with them.
Right, because you know, Mopreme pretty much he debunked that shit and said he don't know the dude. The dude is
Okay.
crazy, and he never seen him, never heard who the fuck he was. So
Yeah. I I think that dude is kind of crazy. I think he really created it for some for some attention for some reason. The Tanique guy or whatever. I really
Malik,
believe that.
yeah, Malik guy, yeah. You know, I
Yeah.
didn't touch it because I honestly thought it was bullshit when somebody came to me and said the nigga didn't even know the Tupac's number one hit song was Brenda Got a Baby. He said it was Genie or Jenny Got a Baby. so
Oh.
so that, that
Yeah.
that that threw me for a loop right there. Was out. Now,
Okay.
Reggie, you know how we do on the 313 live show, man. We don't dance around nothing. We get straight to the shit. Go straight to it. Okay, now Reggie. Everybody claim that you were involved with the Tupac shooting.
Yeah.
How does that make you
You know.
feel when people? How does that make
Yeah.
you feel to hear that people
It's
say
hurt.
that?
It's hurtful. It really is hurtful. Like I always said, I would understand the Biggie thing and my name coming up in the Biggie thing. I really totally understand that. But Tupac, it just doesn't make sense. You know, don't make any sense to why. What's the motive? I mean, I hear all the different theories, but man, I had a good life when Death Row was rolling and we was doing all we was doing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody was thinking of trying to be in the position of. I mean, there wasn't nothing pretty much I couldn't do, or we wasn't doing. So to say that I was trying to take over the company, or his wife Sharita was trying to take over the company, she was managing. Everybody was working.
Right.
Nobody, shit. Damn near killed us when that stuff started going down and dwindling, and then knowing that Shiv had to go sit in jail for 9 months.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Nobody was thinking about that or trying to kill. I mean, nobody was thinking that, and so it hurts. I guess to answer your question, it really does.
Yeah. Now, Mopreme clearly stated that he didn't believe that you had anything to do with that. So that's
Yeah,
that's coming from the brother. Okay.
yeah.
Now, go ahead.
No, no, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay, today, what is you and Suge Knight's relationship like?
Today, me and Shiv go back and forth. We go back and forth like little bitches. What I mean by that is like boyfriends and girlfriends and some shit. That's why he treat me like one of his bitches. But we, all right. Today we not. I'm not cool with him. I don't know what he is, but I stopped taking his calls. If
Right.
you would ask me this question about a year ago this time,
Mm-hmm.
I was out trying to help him, doing a few things, on making money and stuff like that, securing a few little deals and stuff like that on the documentaries and stuff like that that he did.
Okay.
Now we was trying to get some money because I own this company. What we did back in like 2000, 1999, 98, 2000. What I started doing, and it was with his money, so that's why he part of it too. But buying up all the publishing, we were doing buyouts with everybody. Got paperwork with everybody. We was trying to clean up the books. People that not the big people like Snoop or Snoop. We did a buyout with Dre and all of them prior to that, but we was trying to buy out all the people. I was taking people like putting Top Dog on songs that Snoop was on and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
But our whole thing was, y'all ain't gonna make no money off this stuff. Here's a little, $5,000, $10,000, and y'all gonna sign over your rights to this company called Big Simon. And Simon Says Music. Because you got a publishing company, then you have the writer's credit company, as a writer.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all notice on a lot of the stuff out there, you'll see the name Big Simon, Simon Says Music. And so I did buyouts with a lot of people, especially on those later Tupac albums, like Until the End of Time and stuff like that. And with Daz, bought out, gave him a bunch of money and said, go away, Daz. And stuff like that we did. And so did a lot of buyouts. And so we got all this money sitting over at Universal and down at E1 Entertainment. And so he's like, Reg, let's go get this money.
Right.
Like, man, so I was broke, doing bad. Just it was before I got caught up, but not broke, but niggas want to make some extra money, and so we was talking and dealing, getting on the phone, calling Universal and all of that. But in the meantime, that was like I said about April, May. In the meantime, in June, I got caught a case, got arrested. By then, I guess he was figuring, Reg can't help me no more. And I heard he made a comment, and which he always did with his females and stuff like that. But me, I'm always cool with his females and stuff like that because we just have relationships. And I was hearing he was making comments to his new girl Toy, and I didn't appreciate it.
Right.
And so I stopped communicating with him then. And plus, it still had a little bad taste in my mouth behind that little statement he did with. And I really believe that he made the statement about that Red. He did it trying to get some freeway, some leeway in jail. Mm-hmm. When Russell Poole or the people came up there and was like, "Hey man, we believe this theory about Red did this," and he probably said, "Oh, well, y'all can get me, some free time in the jail to use the phones and some visits. I might be willing to sit down and talk." And talk. He didn't say get no time off. He just trying to get, some visits and some phone calls. And, that's how Suge is. He trying to use the system.
Right.
but then all of it come out, and me and him cool, and I'm like, shit, what the Reg? I ain't said, man. I don't know this. I know this RJ and nobody ever put out how. Soon as the next day when they hit the press, the next day his attorney writing a letter saying, "I ain't never said that. There ain't no truth to that." He did a press release on it.
Right.
But people forget about that and don't say anything about that. But that was just that shit. So I still had a little bad taste in my mouth. That took me back to 2001, 2002. How when all the games, the reason why I really left Death Row was because when he came home, I was kind of sitting in that spot. There was really no place for me. He's home now,
Right.
So, I remember walking in his office one day, and he was on the phone with Jimmy Iovine, who was the president of Interscope at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And Jimmy was like, "Just send Reggie over there tomorrow, over to my office tomorrow. We'll get it all worked out." And he started yelling, "You ain't got to deal with Reggie. I'm home now. I'll deal with you, And right then I was like, oh, Lord, there's no place for me no more over here. And other companies was coming at me anyway, so I just, left and went to start working with American music.
Okay.
Now, I did go back and start working with Suge, and that's why I'm just kind of explaining, my thing, how we go back and forth. In about 2004, 2005, he got a parole violation, where he had to go sit back.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, who he called? Man, I'm sitting in here, man. He had to do a year. He's like, "Red, go. I'm not going up to that office. I ain't dealing with none of your people. Go run it from home. So I ain't taking no checks from you. He won. I'll get Koch to pay you." So I ran it for a year. When he came home, gave it back to him. That's about 2004.
Right.
2005, 2006, that's when he filed for bankruptcy. Reg, man, come on. I need you to help me deal with this bullshit, So I go and start hanging around him and helping him out. That's when Greg Cadings and them were starting to follow around 2007, 2008, whatever their thing was.
Right.
So if you ever heard me talking about some incidents and stuff like that where they were following us, I didn't learn that until later. We didn't know they were following us, but we always assumed the police was following us, to be honest. And so I started helping him then with dealing with the bankruptcy stuff and all of that stuff. And then I just think, by then he had kind of lost it. I ain't trying to shit on my boy or nothing like that, but by then he was kind of like popping pills, smoking weed, which he never did.
Wow.
In the 90s, and I was like, this nigga ain't right. He was just wanting to go party and everything, but they had broke him. They took all this money from him when you was able to do what you wanted to do, and then it was kind of like, the only money you can get is your hustle money, people that owe you or whatever, you can go and be knocking on their door, pushing up on them. He was kind of a different dude. Yeah. And I had to get away from him then. And then after that, that's when Greg and them came knocking on my door. And so I kind of just stayed away. But by that time, I was already kind of like, not dealing with him. But
Okay.
until I didn't start back dealing with him until about last year this time. And then when I heard the little comments he made once me and my father caught that little case, I was like, you know what, I got to get this dude out of my life. And
Right,
so
right.
that's what we had.
No.
But all that being said and done, still don't think he deserved to be in jail for that, for what he
Right.
did. I mean, I think he don't need to own shit again in life. I think Terry Carter's family need to sue him for everything that he ever going to get or could get because he was negligent, but he wasn't. He didn't do that on purpose. I really believe that to this day
Okay.
that he wasn't trying to kill them.
Now, Reggie, we got RJ
Okay.
Bond in here. He's looking. He just typed something. He said, ask Reggie about his case, his pending case. What's going on with the deal? RJ is here. This is your main man
Okay.
right here. You want to answer that?
Okay. He said, asking about my pending deal.
Yeah, he said, what's going on with
Well,
your deal?
I'm still. I have a court date sometime in March now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's originally scheduled in January. Matter of fact, in a couple of days, January 25th.
Mm-hmm.
However, my the attorney that I have, is in a trial. Robin Yanes in Compton or LA, one of them. But he's in a murder case, a death penalty case,
Mm-hmm.
and so they pushed it back. Tell RJ, as he know, if I was an informant, a snitch, or anything like he's trying to say or implicate,
Mm-hmm.
he wouldn't be sending that information. My shit would be sealed, dog. I would make sure they sealed. I'd be like, hey, these niggas out here tearing me up in the internet. They exposing me. They doing this. If I was cooperating or anything to cooperate for like that, it'd be sealed. Y'all wouldn't be seeing it. Y'all wouldn't know anything about it. And so he knows that. So that's just like to throw salt on me and say I'm doing this or doing that. And I just can't be built like that. I know when you go to jail, you got to show paperwork. Everybody break out the paperwork. I'm not gonna have that jacket for something. All I did is marijuana.
Right.
All that other stuff was other dudes, other people and stuff like that, and the money thing. But the money thing is connected to. Hopefully, the most I can get is 5 years.
5 years. Ooh.
80 plus 80% of that.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully some things. 80% of 5 years, and whatever. So we're talking 3.5 years.
For sure.
So that's my hope.
Nah.
I can't say,
Right.
and I'm scared to say stuff like that because RJ will be over there playing it for the U.S. Attorney tomorrow, pissing them off. Because this nigga done went to the police on me twice.
Wait a minute.
He talking about I threatened him. RJ done went to LAPD twice. I heard him say it.
Not
And try to get
RJ.
cases filed on me.
Not
And then he
RJ
done
Bond.
went.
Say it ain't true. RJ
RJ's
Bond.
a snitch. RJ, man, twice. He said it. He went down there twice to try to get talking about I threatened him. I didn't threaten him. All I said, if I'm this guy that he claims I am when all these people die, then that means he will be next, right?
Right.
Is what I said. I never threatened anybody. I'm smarter than that. I even heard you say I threatened Michael Carlin. I didn't say that. I said I'm gonna take this nigga's Social Security check. Is what I said. I'm gonna sue him and get his church because I think he's I think he's crazier than RJ. I don't think RJ is crazy. Let me just say that. I think RJ is real smart. I just think he got a vindictive or have a motive against me. I wouldn't say RJ is like Michael Carlin or a tiny dude or whatever.
The tiny
He's
dude.
Yeah.
Let me see. Well, Michael Carlin, he out the picture. I bodied his ass a couple months ago, so he's gone. He ain't been on YouTube or doing nothing after I bodied him. I think I bodied him up out of here within one video. So
You got him. Okay,
yeah.
good. Because when he came out with, that's the first time my daddy even called. I guess people were calling him, and he was like, "What's this dude talking about? We related to Puffy, and we robbed a casino." I was like,
Oh yeah, he said that shit. He said that you was related to Puffy and that you were related to Eazy-E.
And because our last name is Wright.
Yeah.
I never met him. My wife knew him because she grew up in that neighborhood where he grew up, but I never met him. But I knew Bill Handy, and all of them. People over there on that side of the town because I used to play baseball at Kelly Park, which Compton is only like an 8 mile wide city, so everybody gonna pretty much know each other or heard of each other if you play sports or something like that, when you was younger. But then once you got older, you kind of stayed in your neighborhood.
Most down. Now I got some people asking me to ask you about what's going on with you and Daz Dillinger. Why you and Daz like just Daz tapping you and you tapping him back? What's going on, man?
Yeah. All right, Daz. Actually, people laugh and say, you and Daz weren't cool. Me and Daz used to be real cool back in, when 97, when Suge was in, because he was the producer. He was the only really producer that was pretty much left. And then until Suge had me go get Hutch, 187.
Mm-hmm.
But so Daz was like, my dude, because, studio, doing stuff, we was kind of hanging out, going up there to see Suge together, ride, and all of that. And I kind of got in between, I think, Daz and Suge thing. Matter of fact, I even set up a deal where Daz, and Big C Style can get some money and stuff like that. We was going to give them a label. I think we was giving them like 15 G's of money each.
Mm-hmm.
So we were going to do a label deal with them. And what happened with Daz and I was up there when Suge and Daz kind of got into it. The reason why they fell out because Daz was back. He was kind of innovative like he is now. One thing about Daz, he loved the camera. He loved being. If y'all look at any of the old Death Row videos, I tell you, it ain't a Death Row video that Daz not in. Probably just How Do You Want It? That's because we had a closed set and we didn't, want anybody there. Tupac was trying to fuck all the chicks that was on that set, on that video set, because there was some fine ones on there. But anyway, that's about the only video, that wasn't Pac's video, because Pac kind of kept a close set. But prior to that, Daz was in every video. He was always the first one. He used to beat the security at the video shoot.
Hell no.
But this was before YouTube and all this stuff was and all that. But Daz wanted to do videos on every song he wanted to do. And he was like, I want to do this song and do this song. And Suge looked at him and Suge was like, dog, Daz, I ain't doing no more albums on you. I'm not doing no more albums on you. I need you as a producer, not as a rapper, because Daz didn't write his music. Corrupt wrote all his music.
Mm-hmm.
But so I don't need you as a rapper or anything. I need you as a producer. I'm not doing no more albums on you. And so Daz kind of took offense to that. When we walked out the jail, he was like, man, fuck y'all. And I was like, come on, Daz, stop tripping, man. And then, so he kind of went away for a little while, wasn't hanging around as much. Mm-hmm. And he started back hanging around Snoop, because Snoop, when he left us, he had kind of went on his own, and he was, dealing with Master P and all of that. And matter of fact, he even moved out to New Orleans.
Right.
And so I don't think Daz went out there with him. I don't even think Daz did any songs on the Master P album. But, I love say shit and don't be all 100% right. So I don't want to get too up about that. But I don't believe he did. And because he was mainly hanging with us. But then we went to a thing at the Universal Amp.
Right.
And that's when Snoop was kind of making his little innuendos and all of that. And so I took a few of the homies up to the Universal Amp and said, man, we need to go talk to Snoop. He needed to chill. Yeah, plus Sugar told me, hey, man, things ain't working out that good with Snoop and Master P and them. That album didn't do that good. Go talk to him. Maybe you can offer him some money and he'll come back to Death Row and all that. So I went and offered him, was going to offer him $1 million and all that, but, he was around there smoking and all of that and hanging out with those No Limit Soldiers. But one thing I still respect Master P to this day.
Mm-hmm.
When we came in there and one time at him, he told him, and he had, he was deep. Master P rode deep. It wasn't no joke. He was like, hey, let them handle their business. We out of here. So Daz, Snoop had his people, he had Daz and all them around.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a few of the homies, and conversation was going, and Snoop probably was a little high, because, I got a lot of respect for Snoop. Shit, I went to one of his concerts about a year ago. Thought it was the best concert I went to.
Okay.
But anyway, Snoop, so he said something kind of off the wall, and then things happened, and that's when, he took off and ran to the police and supposed to make that statement. Everybody always talk when he said the dude sitting next to him and all of that when he got arrested for that little weed stuff. Daz was there and saw that.
Okay.
When Daz saw that, you know, he was like, "Oh man, y'all cold, y'all," you know. And so ever since then, that's when things started being real bad between us. And then, I mean, you know, he was, you know, that's his cousin, you know. So
Yeah,
I understand.
yeah, blood.
And then,
Go ahead.
and so, but the main reason why the recent beef, so that's when the beef started with the ass, and he started saying shit about me and all of that. But his wife, his girl Maria,
Mm-hmm.
and I hate saying putting her, Maria was his wife,
She was his
For
wife.
some reason, that's his wife. Yeah, he got like 4 or 5 kids with her.
Mm-hmm.
And when I spoke on that situation, how she was coming around, and man, she was like, I don't know, she was fascinated with Suge, and shit, I don't know, she was trying to get back at Daz because you know Daz was still doing his thing, or you know how niggas do, or what, and she was coming around and all of that stuff, and shit, her and Suge started messing around for a little bit, and when I put that out there, he didn't never know about it and stuff like that.
Wow.
Is and that's when he really started going hard on me, and so that's what happened with that.
Okay. Now let's talk about the death row days because a lot of people was asking about it. So now, Reggie, what we want to go on with the. Somebody asked me. I'm gonna ask. We gonna get on the Tupac because I'm trying to answer some people's questions. Somebody asked, was Dr. Dre really fruity as Alizé? Was he really gay?
Who?
Dr. Dre.
All right, I'll tell you where that rumor started.
Run it down. Kick it.
All right, Miss Chalet really loved Dre. That was her dude. That was her man.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how her and Suge. I know when it started, but that started up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she was feeding information to Suge and giving Suge, but Suge always wanted a star, a female star. He always was fascinated with stars. So I think he thought Michelle was a star and he was gonna make her a star and all that. So he really felt for Michelle. I mean, I don't know if the feelings was mutual, but I know Suge loved Michelle.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, and she played the game. But she used to always tell us that, and they used to do threesomes. See, and that's what the issue was.
Whoa. Hold on. Who did
I
threesomes?
don't know which way. I don't know if it was just Dre and bringing girls in with them or what, but they used to do threesomes a lot.
Right.
But she always did talk about David Ruffin Jr.
Mm-hmm.
David Ruffin Jr. used to live with them, and she said, and then this dude Bruce and all them. She was just saying, dudes always was around us, always lived with us.
Mm-hmm.
That's what she used to always put out there.
Mm.
I ain't gonna say she ever say, and I never heard him say he was gay or something like that. But I know that she always say, I don't know, things were strange. Guys was always had to live with us or be around.
Right.
And I guess David Ruffin Jr. used to live with him and all of that. And so I think she kind of ran with that. She never debunked it and stopped it or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I really think she the one put it in his head. I did that little tape, Two Gangster for radio or Two Gangsters for TV or something like Two Gangsters for TV, and we kind of threw stuff in there. And he was instrumental in telling me how to do that and stuff like that and things to say. But I really think that was her putting that in his head, and he ran with that. But nah, Trey ain't no faggot. Trey. Dre had dudes around. Bruce and all them was always around them, but
Mm-hmm.
you know, shit, Dre got more kids than me and you put together.
Okay.
And he had some fine yellow. He liked the little yellow things, and they all was fine.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Now let's talk about the beat downs. Who got their ass whooped at death row? Who
got what?
Who got their ass whooped at death row? Now we heard about the beat downs, the notorious beat downs. Did you ever witness any of these beat downs, or anybody talked about them? Who got their ass whooped?
Well, I remember Don Zilli, DJ Quick, bodyguard. Don Zilli gonna kill me. That's still homie, but Don Zilli did.
Wait a minute. DJ Quick's bodyguard got his ass whooped.
Yeah, Don Zilli, but he was now record companies kind of leak music out,
Mm-hmm.
and what he did was Tupac's music, All Eyes on Me,
Mm-hmm.
because Quick was mixing stuff down. And I think Trayvon and one of them, somebody, Untouchable, it was this spot called Earthquake Sounds, Untouchables or something like that. They changed it to Untouchables or Earthquake Sounds in Compton.
Mm-hmm.
This dude named Melvin and Horde, and they were like, they put all the music and stuff in your cars and stuff like that. But they also was a weed spot. Don Philly was up there, and I think it was Trey, and it wasn't Buntry, but Trey and one of them, some of the homies went up there, and they heard Tupac music being played up there.
Mm-hmm.
And they found out that Don Philly had left it up there or leaked it or was selling the cassettes or something like that of Tupac music before it got out. And so that's why Don Zelli had to go. But, I mean, Don Zelli wasn't no punk in that. Because he was one of the ones that kind of got in trouble on that El Rey thing, but anyway, I remember that happened with Don Zelli.
Mm-hmm.
Sam Snead, everybody heard about that.
Yeah, Sam got his ass
Fucked
beat.
up. Yeah.
Was it Tupac that bombed first on Sam Snead, or how did that go?
I think it was one of the OLTB dudes. I don't think Tupac was real vocal because the whole thing on that was when the whole thing went down with getting rid of Dre.
Mm-hmm.
And the Snoop, Suge, contrary to, even though he got 100% of the company from the split, Suge didn't want Dre to go,
Right.
which we know now is a smart move. But Suge was still loyal to Dre. He'd talk shit or do stuff, but he didn't want that to go down the way it did,
Mm-hmm.
But playing both sides, how you be telling one thing, but your heart really ain't in it. And I think that's what happened. And he got punked. And so what happened with Sam Snead was they shot a video in Pittsburgh. And, Death Row was big on everybody from Death Row being in the videos and stuff like that. And nobody from Death Row was there but, Dre and Sam Snead.
Right.
And so that's why he caught that little heat, because they felt like he was. That's when we didn't know what really was going on, but that's when Dre was pushing away, and so it's like, oh, you going with him, you signed with him, and that's how it went down. I wasn't in the room, so I'm just only going by what I heard, but as I remember, I know OFTV, Flipside and Low and all of them were the main ones on that, because it was mainly just an artist meeting. They were about the hardest ones in there as far as the artists.
Okay. Now, was there ever a time that Tupac was really going to leave Death Row, or was Tupac going to have his own brand, Machiavelli, and it was going to be distribute through Death Row, or was what Noble Lioness said it was going to be through Quincy Jones?
Yeah, that's a good question. And I'm glad you asked that, because nobody really ever asked me that. All right, this is how it was, man. Suge was trying to. I remember we used to sit up in the car trying to think of the name, because it was 6 distributors at that time, and 6 major distributors at that time. And he was like, man, I'm gonna get all the black dudes. He was trying to get everybody that was black that was powerful. Then he was talking about Lil J and all of them.
Mm-hmm.
He was gonna get everybody black in this and start a distribution company. And the name he came up with Lucky 7. And I was like, Lucky 7? Why the fuck you call it Lucky 7? Because these motherfuckers lucky to have a deal. I'm telling you, Suge, everybody. I used to think Suge was mean and saying hurtful shit and stuff like that. He was just always really just trying to be a comedian.
Right.
It took me a while to learn that this nigga just trying to be a comedian. He ain't like that. He's trying to be funny.
Right.
But anyway, he came up with the name Lucky 7, and it was funny because the niggas lucky to have a deal. But anyway, so how he was getting into their heads and was getting stuff done and was really trying to get lined up. He gave it was 4 of them at the time that thought they were that was his main people. He was going to have Doggy Style, which was going to be Snoop, and all these people like LBC Crew. That's when they did that little thing with Lil C Style and them, and when they was in that Martin Lawrence soundtrack.
Mm-hmm.
When they had that little
the movie.
So he was going out. Yeah, in the movie.
Thin line between love and hate. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's going to do Doggy Style, was going to be Doggy Style Records. Then Pac was going to be Machiavelli Records. And then Hammer, it's going to be Hammer Time Records. And then I always give credit to Eric B. I know Eric B. was one of the dudes,
Mhm.
but it was somebody else that he had really working with Eric B. That I ain't trying to slight Eric B or nothing, but I think he was gonna be running it a little bit more than Eric B. And that's when he was fucking with like I can't say Craig Mack was gonna be on Death Row East because I remember we was really trying to court Craig Mack at that time. 'Cause,
Mhm.
he was trying to take anything from Puffy, but that's when I think Craig Mack and Puffy had kind of fell out. But I know Craig Mack was about to start fucking with us, but and I know Eric B was the one that kind of reached out and got Craig Mack, around us. But it was gonna be a Death Row East. So
Okay.
it's gonna call it Death Row East. So it's gonna be those four labels under Death Row, and then that they were gonna try to distribute. So that's what his whole motive was for them to start signing artists and doing stuff. I think even One Nation was gonna be under Tupac's first thing. He
Mhm.
had this rapper named Storm, this little chick named Storm.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Good people.
uh, yeah, she's a good girl, a good young girl. Well, she's a lady, she's old, but um, Noble, see, everybody, Noble didn't start rapping to me or coming around, and I don't know, and I'll be saying stuff wrong because I don't know. But I don't remember Noble being on the scene until Fado got arrested, or not arrested, when he got that incident at the House of Blues. And I
Right.
remember they had him come up and rap Fatal or Felony, I forget which one it is,
Big
his
fatal.
part,
Mhm.
Fatal. So he started rapping his part, at the House of Blues at that show because they wouldn't let him in when he got caught trying to bring a gun inside.
Right.
So um, and so that's the first I know Noble on the scene. So like I said, he wasn't always around as I remember.
Yeah, cause
Um,
he makes it seem like he was around, and just for some fucking reason, how the fuck did this nigga become the fucking leader of the Outlaws, the spokesperson, and just speak on everything and just do a lot of foul shit?
well, that's because Mutal was it. Mutal and Gaddafi
Mhm.
was it. And now Gaddafi no longer is with us, and then Mutal just he went deep into the religion thing, which I have no problem with, the Muslim thing. So he pretty much don't want to deal with deal with the music stuff anymore. And those were the two, because Lil Mutal that little nigga was crazy. And then and he was with it. Then Edie was always just kind of low key,
Right.
and he didn't really say too much. And then I think the other one was Castro.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, so that's why. But as I remember, Noble was kind of new to it.
Right.
Um,
Not.
so anyway, now with the Outlaws album, then we did sign them. We eventually signed them later. Matter of fact, I don't want to sign them. I gave them each $25,000 a piece, and
Right.
signed each one of them to our company. But that's why they never got signed, and that's why Big Syke. That's why Big Syke was always kind of upset because he was always pushing up on Suge to like sign him, sign him, sign him. But Suge was like, man, that's Pac. Pac. You signed him. I think he pushed up or said something to Suge one too many times, and then that's when Suge, that's when Pac kind of got rid. That's why Big Syke wasn't with, because that's probably the first time we ever was in Vegas and Big Syke wasn't there.
Right.
And so, and then Bo Peep, he kind of went to the wayside a little bit before Big Syke did.
Okay.
But those were the main two that was always with Pac. Those was the only two I remember him. And then, the brother was there for a minute, his half brother Mo Preem.
Mhm.
But he was gone after that trip. After we did Saturday Night Live, he got sent home back to, I think he was up north somewhere, California, Sacramento, or something like that. I remember him getting sent back home. Him and his assistant Jay.
Mhm.
But anyway, did I answer the question?
Yeah, you answered the question
Oh,
now. Okay, now
okay.
was Pac leaving Death Row, man? Because a lot of people was in here. They want to know, was Pac really gonna leave Death Row?
He wasn't. I never heard anything like that. And the people that are saying it wasn't even around in the last 2 or 3 months. Like Tracy, I hear that Tracy said it, and Gobi or something like that. They were fired. They had a production company. They shot a lot of videos for us, or about 3 or 4 of them for us. But they didn't shoot the last 3 or 4. They were gone. I don't know the reason of the fallout. But I know they wasn't around after like maybe May or June or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So for them to speak on it or say that they heard it, that couldn't be true. If Yasmin said it, I would take some credibility to that. But as I remember, Yasmin had got even replaced because something happened between Pac and the mama, Pac's mom, Yasmin and Pac's mom. So I don't remember her being around towards the end as much as she was, because she was, really like the go-to person for a little while with Pac.
Yeah, cause
And she's a nice lady, but I don't remember her being around. I remember Molly start trying to get broken in at that time as like Pac's manager or assistant.
yeah,
Not manager, but
not to cut you
assistant.
short, Yasmin Fulu and Gloria Cox, his aunt Gloria Cox, both said that he was severing ties with Death Row and he was gonna leave.
That he was going to leave.
Yeah, that's what Yasmin Fulu
Yeah.
said, and his aunt Gloria Cox, they both said he was gonna leave.
Yeah, and you never know what people tell people in private,
Right.
in their private times and stuff like that. But he was hollering Death Row until the end, as far as I know. So what he was telling people in their private time, I don't know, or trying to justify stuff. But I
Mm-hmm.
know whatever Pac asked for or got, he was getting it. Suge was the type of dude to make stuff happen. If
Right.
you talk to anything, if you ask him for it, he gonna get it. Now, I'll be honest. As far as having a county department and royalty department and stuff like that, we didn't have. It was a ghetto operation, and
Okay.
so he was just trying to make. So I don't even think he ever knew anything about. And that was David Kenner and Steve Cantrop job, but I don't think it was because Suge was trying to rip him off or steal. I was just thinking because he didn't know how, and he just feel, hey, give them what they want. Here, that's what you want. Here, you make stuff happen. Um, the people were always saying, well, why was stuff not in their names and stuff? Because niggas didn't have good credit. They couldn't,
Mm-hmm.
Pac couldn't, at the time, Pac couldn't went out and finance a Rolls Royce or whatever. That stuff wasn't paid for. I think they all went back when everybody got arrested. I think they started getting. I think Snoop, everybody saying David Kennedy, everybody Rolls Royce got turned in.
Wow.
So they wanted Rolls Royces, and I think all five. Well, Suge never turned his in, but I think it was five of them, and shit, they went out and bought five Rolls Royces. Um, and so they were able to get it, but that's why they was in Death Row name, and they wasn't like they were in David Kenner's name or Suge Knight's name. They were just
Right.
in the company name because companies, they would finance stuff like that to the company, but nobody had no credit or knew anything about that then.
Right. Right.
The house that Pac had in Calabasas,
Mm-hmm.
everybody said he purchased it. I think he was leasing that or renting that.
Right.
I don't even think it was a purchase there. I know the penthouses wasn't, that they had on Wilshire. I know those was leases or rents.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember Sharika. As a matter of fact, Sharika was the one that decorated the house for him. Because I remember when we all went there after the house got done. But I don't remember him going through no escrow or nothing like that. But I wouldn't have been in on that side of the game there. But I really think it was a lease. I don't even think he purchased that.
Okay.
So
Now,
um,
I gotta ask a hard one. I gotta ask a tough one, Reggie.
and let me just say this too. And this is what I always say.
Okay.
I know, and somebody said that they saw some paperwork where Pac fired David Kenner or something like that.
Mm.
I want to explain that. I know it's going to go a little long, but
Go ahead.
I really believe that happened around that date of the 27th or something like that of August.
So it did.
But it
happen.
wasn't definitely for his appeal, on that appeal thing, because David Kenner was a hell of a defense attorney.
Right.
Now, he was learning as you go as far as being an attorney for, the record company or, entertainment type of attorney and stuff like that. So if he got fired, it was because, for that, not for, definitely not for the appeal, I don't believe. And I'm saying all this because Suge had even turned on David, not to the point where he wasn't dealing with him,
Mm-hmm.
but he didn't run stuff like he did. He hired a guy, and George Price, Papa G, kind of allude to it in one of his interviews that somebody did on him. I think
Okay.
I don't know who did the interview, but I think it was JMX. Where he said it was a black guy that was his cousin or something like that, and that's true. His name was Calvin Tubbs that he
Okay.
brought in to start kind of running doing the business affairs part and dealing with the money and dealing not contracting them, not with the firm, but sending the invoices over to Steve Cantrock and them for stuff to be paid. When the invoices came in, you gave them the in-house to Calvin Tubbs and stuff like that, which he stayed around about a year. Even up until about the time when Suge got convicted,
Right.
he stayed around. So that is some truth. So I know David was getting depowered at that time, but it wasn't dealing with the criminal stuff. So he should probably even told him to send that letter today. I got a letter one time back in probably April or something like that, where he faxed it over to me. I know when it was. It was the night of Keyshawn Johnson draft party. I remember when Keyshawn, he had a draft party that night whenever he got drafted. Okay. With the day I got it, because I remember I showed up to the House of Blues and we went out and Pac didn't have no security. And Suge goes, "Hey Reg, where Pac security?" And I said, "Shit, that nigga sent me a letter. He fired me."
So Tupac fired you?
Yeah, he did. He said he fired right away. Okay. And so Pac was standing right there. I said, hey, that nigga fired me, whatever, And so she'll say, "Reg, he can't fire you, I don't want to cut your checks. Pac don't cut your checks." And so Tupac just laughed, and, "Oh, Reg, I'll just, like, yeah, whatever." So, I mean, I'm saying that to say Pac and Yasmin was the one that sent the letter, Right. So that stuff like that did happen. And I'm pretty sure David Kenner got one that day. I didn't know about the one as late as August the 27th, because I know it wasn't August the 27th, because that's right around the time we were preparing about to go to New York, and I know he would have been trying to get rid of us, ready to go out to New York. So
okay, now here's the tough question. Now you and Suge was homeboys during that time. Okay. After that night of Pac, getting shot. Okay. You use your mind. If you want to answer it, you can answer it. If not, you don't have to answer it. But I'm gonna put it out there.
Okay. I'll answer anything.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. Did Suge ever sit down and talk to you like in privacy, like, yo, that wasn't Orlando Anderson that did that, or that was Orlando Anderson that did it? Did he ever say, because he say in interviews he saw the person, but it wasn't his job to talk to the police about it. Did he talk to you about that?
No. No, but it was, you from the streets, the streets.
Right.
You had just beat down. Let me come out there and get into it with you and some of your homeboys out there. Y'all gonna be hunting for me and my people.
For sure. Right.
Man, God, man, it's so 2 + 2. But, I know RJ and his people want to make it 2 plus divided by and all of that, make it a little harder. But, man, that was some 2 + 2 shit. Niggas got caught slipping.
Right.
Which we shouldn't have.
Right.
I have to get tore up and take all the responsibility. If I knew. I'm going to be honest, I put it on Frank's lap because I didn't know. But if Frank had called me and said, "Hey, Red, some shit just went down," and which I'm sure over there at the house, when they was at the house, they all talked about it. Like, man, these niggas, but I don't believe they thought they were coming back that quick, in
Right.
Vegas. I probably thought they probably knew in L.A., when we get back to Compton, it's going to be on. But I don't think they thought it was going to happen that quick. But, man, come on.
Oh,
Come on, man. That's some 2 + 2.
2 + 2 = 4. So okay,
man,
people.
That's as important as it gets.
Okay, people, y'all hear it right here. He just said 2 + 2 = 4. Now, you guys, you take it for what you want to take it. The street cats, you do what you do with it. But you overseas motherfuckers, do what you do with it. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So now, I gotta ask this, because there's a lot of motherfuckers saying that they were there in the hospital with Pac after this shoot. Now, it's one thing I really want to ask, because I think Eric B may have,
He was around. He was coming around a lot.
Right.
Eric B was like that.
He was coming around. Now, Eric B said in an interview that Pac was talking about let me get me out of here. Something in the I'm gonna die in here, and the doctors told him, "No, Pac, you're not gonna die in here." Dude, was that in the Vegas incident, or do you think that was in the New York shooting incident that Eric B was there? This is because no one ever asked that question, so I want to ask that question.
Eric B was around with us, and I believe he was out there.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, I know he was out there.
Mm-hmm.
To say Eric B was up there in the room or the emergency room, no. If you see the cameras, everybody was outside. Man, I didn't even go into the room with Suge until probably about 3-4 hours after that he was shot, and that's because he was in there with his girl, and they were in there having sex. So that shows you how good he was in the hospital, laying in the hospital bed. You know what I mean?
So you mean to tell me
But,
Suge was in the hospital fucking while Pac was in the hospital dying?
yeah, well, he probably didn't know it was that, but I remember walking in on those niggas. They was in there, yeah. And that was like, 4 or 5 hours later. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, and he was in a different room.
Mm-hmm.
But man, Pac was always in bad shape. Pac was always in bad shape.
He was so hold on. So Pac never was conscious in the hospital. Never came to. He came in bad shape.
Yeah, he was never conscious. He was straight from the. Man, he lost his kidney. That's what I knew Pac wouldn't have wanted to live like that anyway, because Pac smoked and drank.
Mm-hmm.
And when he lost one, whichever one he have two of. I'm about to get two up again. It's either a lung or a kidney. I think it's the lung.
Right.
When
he
Pac
lost his lung. He lost his lung, and the kidney started to. He was going into renal failure, but he removed his kidney. I mean his lung.
Yeah, and Pac wouldn't want to live like that. Pac wouldn't want to live like that. But Pac was never gained conscience at all. And anybody say he did is lying.
Okay.
So Pac was always intubated.
So Yo-Yo.
I mean, I know people.
Yo-Yo said that Pac was shaking the bed like he was trying to tell her something. Do you think that was true?
Now I know Yo-Yo came around because we saw Yo-Yo one time whenever that Super Bowl was in Miami, and her and Suge was out there. They kicked it for that weekend together and stuff. So I remember, I think what was that one of the homies? Somebody started messing with one of Yo-Yo's sisters.
Mm-hmm.
That might have been one of the homies. That might have been Big Jake or somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody started messing with Yo-Yo's sister. But I can't even see me letting Yo-Yo be in there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Nobody was going in that room. We was keeping it because he was opened up. Snoop went in there. I remember he went in there and cried, and that was way like Friday when Suge called and told him Pac bad. Pac ain't gonna make it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when Suge came. He didn't come until like that Friday. He came like that morning. I remember they came in to the house about 3-4. Him and the security came in about 3-4 in the morning because I got up and opened the door. They went to the hospital about 8 that morning. And he went in, and I remember he took it bad. The mama was there, and the auntie was there. And I can't say if they were going in and out of the room.
Okay.
I don't remember nobody. I just specifically told my people not to let nobody in no rooms unless they was with the mama. And I knew she wasn't letting all those people in there because he was open. That's how you think he had to put stuff on to go inside there,
Right. So,
and like I said, people when they say coming to the hospital and stuff, he had a window where you can see through the window, and they probably was up there in the waiting room and in that area because it was a critical area and all of that. But actually going in the room, we had. I remember that's what made me step up security and thought about security. Because when we was up there, somebody was up there when it first happened, and a candy striper. She tried to sneak up the back way and try to take pictures. Get a picture of Pop. And actually, she did take a picture, and some of my people had to take the camera from her.
Wow.
And that's when I stepped it up to 2 people. 24 hours.
Wow.
So we was kind of watching over him because he was fighting. He was fighting for his life.
Okay. So
I think these are just a lot of people that. Oh, even the outlaws. No disrespect to them, but if any pictures that you see, they were kind of like outside.
Yeah.
That's why you get a lot of pictures with them where they on video footage and stuff. They were like outside.
So is it true?
Especially when it first happened.
Right. Is it true that
Yeah.
people were calling into the hospital, calling in death threats to
Oh
Tupac?
yeah, yeah. It was that, but you get crazy folks. You get people like that. That fool John AKO, all you get people that say crazy stuff and do crazy stuff for attention and stuff like that. But we were having that. But you got to remember, it was also hundreds of people that were standing outside like they knew him, like a vigil. Once fans got word of it, especially when he passed away. So it was, you know,
Okay.
guess I didn't really realize how big Pac was until that happened. Because we would go places and, I remember going to Laker games and stuff like that, and it wasn't, no major, everybody was like, hey, what's up? But, that ain't true, because I remember we went to a R. Kelly concert, and they had a run out of there. They were trying to attack me. We went to this Orange County, in Orange County, to spot the pond.
Mm-hmm.
And, they attacked him at that R. Kelly concert.
Okay. When you say attacked him, talking about the women.
The women, yeah.
Okay, good deal. Okay, now it's something I want to ask, because I feel that Suge, Suge, much respect to Suge. I don't disrespect Suge, but Suge is doing said some fucked up shit that got all these people out here with the Tupac's still alive shit, right? By him saying that Tupac's still alive. I paid $3 million for the cremation, and the person who did the cremation, we ain't never saw him again. I just gave $3 million. Why do you think?
Yeah.
Do you think? Hold on, let me say this. Do you think this Suge is doing this to gain attention and to keep Tupac's music selling because he's gonna get paid off of it?
He made that decision. He made that decision from the jump. I remember he made that decision, what you said last, to keep it alive. From the jump. We were going to do a big memorial. I remember we tried every location, and we found one location. I had LAPD. I had everybody come, and we finally found it was the Wilshire Amphitheater. It was a little theater, because we were going to have somewhere, a picture, and where people can come and pay respect and all of that stuff. And I went and had the LAPD, met with all of them, and everybody met him, finally got it mapped out and stuff, and had everything set up. And when I did all of that, he came back and said, "Oh, Reg, we ain't gonna have it. I don't let people think he's alive. We ain't gonna ever speak on it like he's gone. We just gonna let it be. We ain't having no memorial service. We ain't doing any of that stuff. We're just gonna let people think like he's alive." And I think it just carried on and on and on and on, where he just started believing that. You notice he do a little laugh every time he say it.
Yeah, I noticed that. That's my way of, I know he's bullshitting these idiots, and these idiots is believing this shit.
Exactly, and that's all that is. I mean, I'm sure that kills his mother. When she was alive. I don't think he did it as much when she was alive.
Yeah.
But I'm sure his sister and them don't like that.
But no, the sister, I know for a fact, she don't like it at all. None of the family likes it. Now, is there do you know any reason of why the mother would not have wanted to have Tupac, this big star, this legend, not to have a funeral, to just cremate him and just say, hey, I don't want all of that. I just want to cremate my son and be done. Do you know the reason for that?
No, man, I hate speaking on Miss Sweeney like this, but I don't think they were that close.
They weren't that close. You don't think they were that close?
I remember one time when she first. I ain't gonna go into that.
Okay.
But anyway, let me say this, and this is the type of lady she was, because she was a strong lady, smart lady, very strong. And I remember they kept calling me, blowing me up, because I had one of my guys, and I didn't even know this. I had one of my guys. His name was James Green, a Compton cop with me, and I had him fly back with the ashes. And I guess whenever you take ashes on a plane, you're supposed to declare them. And so he had to go through all of that, and I think he missed the flight that he was originally on because he didn't originally declare the ashes. He didn't do something that he was supposed to do. And they kept calling me like crazy. And all the outlaws and all of them was over there. And this is true, and I know the story been out there before, but what they did was, the reason why because they wanted to have like a memorial there at the house. They was at the Wilshire house, the penthouse on Wilshire. And it was because they rolled him up in a marijuana joint, each one of them, all of them, put some ashes in it, and smoked him.
So that was
So they said it can all,
that was true.
they can all be with him. Yeah, that's true. I wasn't there, but that's what my security guard that took the ashes to him
So
told me they did.
the mother and the family, they didn't know this though, because the family and the state always denied that happened.
They always did what?
The state and the family always denied that situation had happened. And but
Well, like I said, it was the mother. I believe the outlaws. I'm sure it was the outlaws was there with them. I'm sure that aunt, because the auntie was with them all the time. To say the sister, I can't say that. I don't know if she was there. But I believe that. My guy didn't have no reason to lie and tell me that.
okay. Now, is it true back in the day? Let me ask you, because I heard an interview with Papa G. Is it true that Tupac fucked O.J. Simpson's daughter?
Oh, yeah. He was messing with Ornell. He was shit. Sally Johnson, you know, she was fine then. And I remember one time Sally was getting around so much. She was with Pac one night, and then the next couple of nights she saw Snoop and was trying to get with Snoop. And one of the security guards that was actually with him said, "Hey, man, she was just with Pac," and that's when Snoop kind of pushed back on her. But, no, Sally Richardson. You remember the girl that was on the horse with she was in the movie. Everybody was into her, but yeah, he was messing with Ornell. Pac kind of got around in that Hollywood scene a little bit with those chicks.
Okay.
But it was, every time we went to a club, I remember one night we went to a club and he jumped in the car with you, what's going on? I had to go get Sugar and tell him, Sugar, tell this nigga he's not going to her spot. Go get a room or something. This nigga was trying to go to her spot. So then she go.
So, Pac.
But anyway, Pac was kind of wild with it.
Okay. Now there was somebody.
He can get some females. You know?
Right. Now somebody in Death Row, it was a producer, said that Pac came in one morning, he was feeling real good, had Faith Evans with him, and she looked like she was kind of sluggish, and said that Pac said,
You say Faith?
Yeah, Faith Evans. Faith Evans, the late Notorious B.I.G.'s wife. Did Pac fuck her?
All right, let me tell you this.
Go ahead.
She sung on the song. She did sing on the song with him, and she recorded with him, but they wouldn't clear it. They wouldn't clear the song. And she was mad. That was when the whole Little Kim thing was out there and all of that. And they were in a room. I walked in on them in a room. Now, I'm not saying they were in the action, but I did notice him like kind of pushing her head down towards his genitals. Whether she eventually went down there or whatever, I don't know. But they were in a room where they took chicks to have sex with them in the studio.
Oh shit. Okay, did Pac fuck Michelle A? This is what everybody wants to know. Did Pac fuck Michelle A? Because I seen in the video that she was rubbing all on his head and his chest.
Yeah.
He fuck her?
See, Michelle A was like, no, I don't believe so. But she was like that.
Okay.
But that's when I believe that's when I knew Suge was messing around with Michelle A. Because when we went to Cleveland and did that show in Cleveland, Ohio. Was it Cleveland? I think whichever one was the last one. It was either Cleveland or New Orleans. I think New Orleans was the last show that we did. So when we did the show in New Orleans, and anybody out there that knows who that guy that got that footage for those two shows, I need him. We can make us some money. Hopefully he surfaces back up, because he really kind of stole it because we paid for it. But anyway, we did some shows in Cleveland and New Orleans before All Eyes came out, and they were on a plane. They got kicked off the plane because they was acting a fool. But they were all on the plane. But me and Suge and Buntry, a couple of the homies, we left early because we took the money, and so we got away. But on the plane, Pac supposedly hit on Michelle A. And so he hit on and said something to her. And so one of my securities, or it might even been Sharita, because Sharita was like the manager. You know, she the one to set up all the concerts and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow it got back to me. I mentioned it to Shiv. I was like, hey, man, you know, Pac hit on. And that's when I knew. I said, oh, this nigga fucking that. Because he was like mad. He was like, man, that's fucked up. That's going to fuck up shit between us and Dre. And, you know, Dre was still, I was like, what are you tripping about Dre? What about Dre for? And that's when I said, oh, this nigga fucking. So I think she did that to play games, you know, to make sure jealous and all of that. And they wasn't all the way into it. Because I know the night of that Christmas party that we had, the one with the Mark Anthony Bell bullshit, I know Dre left that night with Miss Chalet. And I told him about that. I was like, no, Dre left, with Miss Chalet. And she was in a limo then because she had a DUI case and she didn't have no license. And so I know the next day she came back to me and said, Reggie, you fucked up, nigga. You got my limo taken and all that. I'm like, what are you talking about? But she had her riding around in a limo for weeks and shit like that. But once she left with Dre, that nigga was mad. So he pulled the limo from her. So, little shit like that. So I don't think she crossed the line because she knew Pac would have told Shiv. But I think she was like playing no games.
Okay.
Now I remember telling Shiv about a song that she was on with Pac called "Happy Home" or something like that. This was when he was in jail. I was like, man, this song got leaked. I found it in the store. I don't know who put this out. And it was Miss Chalet on the hook. And she's to this day, well, at least back then, was denying. I ain't me singing on that. And he was reaming in her ass like, why you singing on a song? Talking about Happy Home and all of that. And so I knew that was some issue. So, I knew she played games, but Suge had a little jealous streak to him, especially when it came to her.
Well, all that.
But I don't think they had it. I think she played games like that, but I don't think she actually did it.
Okay. Now, Reggie, you was there in the mix of a lot of shit. What studio sessions did you witness of these hits being made? Like songs, just song after song. Whose recording session were you involved in seeing?
You say what sessions?
Yeah, what sessions? Yeah, what studio sessions?
No, back prior to Suge going to jail, none of them. I stayed up front. After he went to jail, I was, putting everything together. I'm the one that Danny probably would have got fired then. Wish I would have got fired then when I let RAL and them be on that song that Changes. Oh, he was so mad at me when I let Trackmaster and them do that song. He thought that was the biggest disrespect ever. But shit, luckily it came out and did a hit. So greatest hits, I think we did like 3 million, 4 million albums off of that. And that was just because of that song Changes. Oh, he was so mad at me, man. I had to hear that every day.
Now let me ask you a question, because I always said when I heard Changes, the nigga that was in the beginning that said, come on. Was that Puffy on there, or that was another producer, or that was a producer? Because I always like that nigga sound like Puffy.
Oh no, I got accused of using the realist a lot for some things, but I didn't do it on that one because that was done by Trackmasters and they was out in New York. That's when Steve Stouts, and I didn't know the history with Steve Stouts and all that, so that's probably why he was mainly mad at me. But that was really Tom Wally connection. But I allowed it to happen, so that's why I caught the heat until we start getting the royalty checks. But I don't know. I can't say that. Say yeah and nay because I just pretty much let the vocals go to Trackmasters and they dealt with it. And when they came back, I thought it was a hit. Shit, I'll be honest. I took it. I remember the realist was in there with me when got the final version, and he hated on it because most of the lyrics is from a song. I think Heaven Got a Ghetto, Heaven Had a Ghetto. Most of the lyrics from it was already out. And realist, he's Big Pac fan, so he was like, man, this shit is whack. I was like, nigga, you don't know what you're talking about. This shit is bomb. You don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
this shit gonna make us sell so many records. And luckily, that was the first time I did something that was productive in my mind.
Okay, now let's talk. Peterson Museum that night. Okay, now everybody says that Reggie Wright Jr. had his hand in the cookie jar of the assassination of the notorious B.I.G.
Hmm. Um, and the reason why, because the position, let's see, here I go with this dry stitching, as y'all like to say. Um, well, Ice-T did. He started that bullshit because he didn't know, he ain't know anything about the case. That's why. But how can I say this? The position that I set in after July of 97, 98, I can see that person being a part of it, but I wasn't in that position.
Wasn't in that
At
position
that time.
of power. Okay. When you heard the next day or that night or whatever the Big got killed, did you guys think that was gonna fall on your front door?
Let me tell you what happened on that. That's funny. I got woke up about 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
Blowing up. I was like, what the fuck Snoop calling me like this for? Snoop, Reg, where's my security at? Man, I'm next. And that's how I heard about it. I'm next. He was like, man, what the fuck going on? You know, I'm next. And that's how I heard about it. But I'm gonna say this, and I don't think I ever said it before. I typed it somewhere, I think, but it's gonna be the first time I say it, and people gonna get mad, and the Snoop fans and all that. But you know who the real reason that I believe Biggie dead?
Why?
Is because of Snoop, Puffy, and Steve Harvey. And if somebody can pull this up, Steve Harvey was like, he was big on the radio out here. That's where he started before he went syndicated. The Beat, 92.3, The Beat, or one of those.
Mm-hmm.
And he got on the radio and he did like a truth with. And when he had Snoop, and matter of fact, is when he had a TV show or something. He did something where Steve Harvey and Snoop and Puffy got on and like called it like a truce, like a truce between East Coast, West Coast, and stuff like that, and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
And I really, that's when Puffy thought it was cool to come out here,
Right.
and to come to LA and stuff like that. But I remember Shug told me, he said, man, they responsible for that, because how can Snoop stand in place of a war that he didn't start?
Facts.
Y'all think about that.
Yeah, this is really my first time hearing it, about the truce with Steve Harvey and Snoop and Puffy. This is my first time hearing it.
It's there somewhere, because I remember seeing it, and that's when he said, how can somebody that didn't start a war stop a war?
Okay. Yeah, that makes a whole hell of a lot of sense. If you ain't started, you can't stop it. It ain't your beef to squash.
Exactly. and I say that to say that's what made Big and Puff and them, feel comfortable to come out here.
Okay. Now, Reg, why didn't you guys buy that BMW back after it was, shot up? You guys didn't think that one day that car would be as big as the Bonnie and Clyde car?
Wait a minute, which car?
The BMW?
The BMW?
Yeah, the Pac was shot
Man,
up.
that car got repossessed. That was North. And I'll tell you, people weren't thinking about people. See, that's the funny thing about this. How everybody thought Suge killed him, or had when there was the Suge theory,
Right.
had him killed because of this and that, and man, nobody was thinking like that then.
Right.
If I was thinking like that then, I would have so many pictures with those niggas and stuff like that. Nobody was thinking like that then. Nobody ever thought the money was going to stop. I was riding around in a big old 600, paying $2,900 a month. You think I would have been spending money like this if I thought the shit was going to ever stop? You never think, when you're making the money and doing things, you never think it's going to stop. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to say, nobody knew or thought, or nobody knew stuff like that was going to be big.
Right.
Nobody. You didn't think of stuff like that. By then, Suge was going to jail. We were having financial problems even then. That's why Suge had got the problems with with contract and stuff. With Steve contract and stuff. Where even though he was getting $1.5 million a month, advance from Interscope, money was still, it was tight once they cut us off, because they cut us off after all of that stuff started happening. I think we went from $1.5 million to $300,000 a month.
Oh, that's a big drop.
With priority, because Edgar Brosman and them, they cut us real quick right after that, because we had just signed that deal with them. That's why it's funny to me when people say the reason why Tupac got killed was because he couldn't make the payment. Shit had just signed in August a major deal with Universal or MGM, Universal MGM, to get $1.5 million a month, and that's why we had to go to the Bahamas and turn those, do all those albums, because for the fourth quarter we had the Christmas album committed, Machiavelli, Death Row Greatest Hits. It was money about to start really, really rolling in. You know what I'm saying? Then she was going to also go in on the other side and get money from advance on his publishing from Warner Chappell.
Okay.
So, what I'm saying? Money got bad, once all that shit happened. But prior to Pac getting something happening to Pac, man, money was no object. He could have went anywhere. So when they were saying that was due, that $4.5 million that was due, it probably, I'm going to be honest, it probably was unrecoupable. By the time you add up studio time, security bills, and all that stuff, and the advances he was getting, because I think at that time he was getting either 50, he was either getting 50 and Snoop was getting 75, or Snoop was getting 75 and he was getting 50. I remember one was getting 50 and one was getting $75,000. They were starting to get advances like that monthly. Prior to that, Dre was getting like $125,000 a month, monthly back. But that's just to live, to pay your, to do whatever. Death Row was still paying all the bills, you know what I'm saying? Because everything was in Death Row name. So we still was paying the house, we was paying for the apartments and all of that stuff, but they were just getting that just to send to the family or the drink or smoke or whatever. They didn't have to pay for no studio time, which most record companies make you pay for your studio times and all of that stuff.
Right.
I mean, it eventually got recouped back. They were all riding around in nice cars. Snoop would have a driver. He was riding around in a Rolls Royce with a driver.
Okay.
But I'm saying this to say that at that time money wasn't bad, and they can go get money anywhere prior to Pac happening. Now once Suge got violated and Pac got killed and all of that, that's when you violated your contract. With Universal, that's when they were like, oh. We don't care what Tupac albums this or that. Y'all got to go. And then with the priority, he went from $1.5 million to $350,000. That was a big cut. But luckily, not luckily, but Suge was in jail, and so he didn't have as much expenses either. So we were still able to maintain. But that was a big drop.
Yeah, that was a hell of a big drop. So back on the car. So the car did get repossessed immediately. Or it was, did it stay in impound for a while, or you guys got it back and then it was repossessed, or it was repossessed immediately from the impound?
You talking about the BMW, right?
Yeah, the BMW.
Yeah, that was in Norris Anderson's name, the guy that was sitting in the position I eventually took over, who was like the general manager, who was like Suge's brother-in-law. And so that was in his name, so he probably just, like I said, nobody was thinking about that. They probably just say, hey, shit, car all shot up and messed up. Y'all can keep it or y'all can have it.
Somebody wasn't thinking, man, because...
We wasn't. Because I would have took over payments, but nobody thought about that.
Yeah, I would.
Nobody thought about it. You know who got the rims? And I had the rims to that car. I took the rims off of it, and I had it sitting up at what's that? Untouchable, the company I was telling you about, Earthquake Sound.
Right.
Melvin Horst. I don't know what Melvin did with those rims. You just got me thinking about them because 20-inch rims was big then, but you also didn't have no places to go get them fixed because that one rim was tore up.
Right.
And so I had them. They were sitting up there. I wonder what he ever did with those rims. But Yeah, those rims was up there. And so I'm saying that to say I ain't even thought about the rims, you know? Well,
Yeah,
yeah.
because the rims was fucked up real bad. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that one reel was. I don't
Yeah.
know if it was two. I think it was just one that was real bad, but that one was tore up. But they got places that'll pull those things and fix them now.
Oh yeah, but shit, back
But
then they
back
didn't.
then, we talking 96, you know?
Yeah, back then you fuck them
And
up, it's
you know
over.
some 20-inch rims costing 96? Man.
And niggas wasn't even riding 20s. A lot of niggas wasn't even couldn't afford them back then. So yeah.
They was, it was a crazy amount.
Okay. Nah. Okay. We covered that. Okay. Pac. Okay. Dre. Okay. Somebody want. Okay. Let me ask you this. Okay. Did what is gonna be the chances of you and RJ Bun sitting down and doing an interview together? Because that would be a fucking interesting interview. You guys do an interview and I sit back and I narrate that shit like a straight boxing match online. For real. He can ask your questions. Y'all shoot each other down or whatever y'all do. We need that. Can you make that
Yeah,
happen?
but like you said, that'd have to be in a bunch of parts because you know, he's so thorough, and I just speak off the top of my head.
Right.
But long as it's either on your channel and Bomb First, I'm willing. I'm willing. I'm down. But I ain't gonna give JMX ain't cool no more. I listened to it today, and he did a little live stream earlier today. JMX, he like to play both sides, and that ain't cool. Where I'm from, that ain't. You either with me or you're against me.
Right.
And I ain't saying, and I ain't trying to say he should have been with me.
Right.
But they say things, and they pick things that just don't be true. Like I listened to him today, and he said, "Oh yeah, well Reggie was telling the truth. He didn't meet with a Kenneth Knox, but he met with this other cop, some Mariota or something. No, motherfucker, I said I ain't never talked to no LAPD cops. But if I did, it wouldn't have been a major thing because that was my job to deal with the cops. But I ain't met with none of them. But he just kept harping on, okay, yeah, he's right. He didn't talk to Knox. I used the wrong name, but he talked to this cop, and he was trying to get shit violated. And shit would have been violated if being around felons was a crime. Shit, Snoop was a felon. I mean, everybody down there that was around there was a felon. So I'm gonna think, oh man, I can get shit violated for his probation if I go and tell them he done fired my security or he's not using my security. He using gangbangers that's armed with guns. Man, that's PC. That's probable cause to do what they tried to do that night. Thank God that they wasn't able to pull him over. That was because I think Hammer kind of got in the way with his Hummer and kind of blocked them off, and Shield jumped on the freeway real quick. They were just trying to get probable cause, but the only reason they were doing all that stuff was because they were trying to do an abatement on us to get rid of us. Tarzana. They were trying to do a public nuisance thing on us.
Oh, okay.
You know, I'm just saying, playing word games like that's not what I said. And they try to make it seem like, I was loyal to that nigga then. I was down with that.
Okay.
That's what I was down with. That's the type of dude I am. If I'm with you, I'm with you. If I'm
Right.
against you, I'm against you 100, 110.
So now, because once upon now I did hear you saying with the Bomb First, JM, you call him JMX, J Mix. You say he was a cool dude, and you liked him. He was all right, but now the relationship has soured in so many words.
I mean, I'm just saying the things he's been saying. He could come and talk to me and send me things on things and say, "Oh yeah, you really enlightened me. You changed my view on a lot of things." And I ain't married to RJ's theories and all of that. He'll say shit like that on Twitter, and then he'll get on with RJ and be saying the devil, speaking to the devil or the boogeyman. Come on, speaking to Reggie. I never called that man. I made a joke once about you, him, and RJ, where I said something which, like I said, I ain't never to the people. I apologize to you personally.
Most definitely.
But that was just a trigger word. I'm going to tell you, to your people that send it live or whatever, that, hey, I apologize for saying that. That was just a trigger word, I took a personal offense when you talking about you was calling at the hospital and this and this, and I took offense to it and said, okay, I said what I said, but we squashed that.
Most definitely.
And the only thing I said about with J Mix was he need to stop smoking all those cigarettes. Man, he still need to. I still tell him that.
Right.
But that's the only thing bad I ever said about that man.
Mm-hmm.
RJ, I kind of said things about RJ like I'm trying, and that's just because this man been personally attacking me since about 2004, 2005.
Now what?
He's been
What
on a
made
word purpose.
what made RJ attack you like this? Did you do something personal to RJ?
Well, I think he bought into whatever Frank was, because by then Frank and them was probably doing whatever narrative they had to do, and you know how once you start talking to producers and writers and stuff like that, it's like in Hollywood they'll change your script. You go take a movie to them. I tell you the best movie with the worst ending that I ever seen was Paid in Full with Benny Siegel and Al. And man, I love that movie. I love that movie all the way until the end, when they went in the courthouse and shot up everything and killed up everybody. But that wasn't, and trust me, that wasn't their thinking. That's Hollywood. That's how Hollywood make you feel.
Right.
That's getting with producers and writers, and they made them, okay, we got to make a big ending at the end.
Most definitely.
And that's when it got crazy. You're like, oh, man, they did a great job in this movie until the end. And I'm just saying, so I know people, I know Hollywood and writers make you do stuff like that to make a big splash. And I think that's what happened with Frank. And, they got him bullshit with Michael Moore.
Oh yeah, that bull, Michael.
Man,
Fuck Michael Moore. I'm talking about not Michael Moore, but I thought you were talking about the white boy. I ain't gonna say fuck Michael Moore, I ain't know him, but I thought you was talking about the white boy, Michael Carlin. My bad. I guess.
Oh yeah,
I was saying
no,
fuck
I
him.
don't even Michael Carlin.
Fuck Michael Carlin. Okay,
I don't know. I don't know what's up with him.
Okay, now Reggie, tell us about, because they going crazy with this one question. What's up with the Soul Train night with Pac and Biggie when they ran into each other? You know what I'm saying? Now it was alleged that Pac was wild that night, yelling and screaming, and Big was behind his people, and somebody said, "Oh, here come Pac now, your ass in trouble." And Big allegedly said, "Ain't no punks over here, ma. We ain't running."
Yeah, well, I don't think he said that, but I'll be honest, Puffy ran his ass up under a car. Big stood right there, just stood still. We always laugh about that, because I used to tell shit, man, I kind of got respect for Big. That nigga didn't move. He said, yeah, because his fat ass couldn't move. I was like, okay, well, that was Sugar thinking on that. But Big, I'll be honest, I ain't going to lie on Big. Big just stood there. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He looked like, damn, what's wrong with Pac? That's the look he was giving, like, why Pac tripping like this?
Mm-hmm.
All right, but this would happen. I'll tell you a little story on that, because, man, Don Cornelius saved the day. He just don't know it. He really don't know it.
Okay.
But what happened was we bought about like 50 to 75 tickets, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Suge had all those niggas. I don't know if you ever see those burgundy sweat tops that they had with Bompton on it. And that's where they messed up at. And they had, because, Bloods don't say Compton. They say Bompton with B. And so he had all those shirts on. And he bought like 50 tickets of them. So we always trying to go in through the back, because at the back they got like a little gate where everybody, the limousines and all the campers, the set and all of that be. But once we got there, they was like, oh, hell no, y'all ain't all coming back through here.
Mm-hmm.
So we all try to send them all through the front door. And it was about 50 homies, well, blood dudes. And what they was going to do, they was going to rush the stage when Biggie was performing, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they got smart. They was going to rush the stage while Biggie was performing. But they got smart, and they wouldn't let them in. The police, the security was like, oh, you niggas ain't coming in here. I don't care if y'all got tickets or not. Y'all ain't coming in the Soul Train Awards. And so they didn't let them in. But what happened was, so it was just me and Frank. I was riding in Frank's car.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Outlaws and Pac was in Suge Hummer, in the Hummer. And they just let us two in. They let them in, and then I told them, hey, we security, So they let us go in. So that was the only cars they would let back there. So we go there, but by that time, Big and them coming out, because the reason why we was mad, because initially we were supposed to perform and open up the show, because I guess in the music thing, the opening show is the big thing.
Mm-hmm.
And Don Cornelius was like, all right, well, I'm letting, Bad Boys, open the show.
Mm-hmm.
If y'all want to perform during the show, y'all can or whatever. He said, but y'all come, because I got I got a good surprise for y'all. Um, you know, because that's when he was gonna give me Against the World, the rap album of the year
Right.
versus Big's album.
Mm-hmm.
But so, um, but anyway, so we go in there and stuff like that. Big and them coming off from just performing to walk to their trailer or whatever, and that's when we were just getting out of the car, and so they kind of like bump, some throw each other. Pac was like, there he is, he was going wild and then talking shit and going off on Big and talking shit. Puff kind of like ran and got up under the car or hid up under somewhere.
Yeah.
Big stood there, but now Pac is by me, cause now I'm seeing this nigga standing over, which later turned out to be was Keepy D, standing over there with a gun, and he kind of like pulled it out of his waist. By then I'm on him. I'm like, oh, don't. And Pac like, shoot him, Reggie, give me the gun, shoot him. I'm like, homie, just don't raise that gun, dog. Don't raise that gun. Don't raise that gun, dog. And the Muslims and the brothers, you know how they do. Brothers. I'm like, hey, man, get away from me, dog. Y'all, nigga better not pull that gun up. And then Keefy and them just took off and ran towards the end. And then that's when Don Cornelius came, and he was like, come on, Pac, So him and Pac Suge went in there. And right at that time, that's when they gave him, like, album of the year.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's when Pac just walked around. We didn't go on the stage. He just walked all around the auditorium, and everybody was just hollering, West Side, Tupac, hollering whatever. And then we just walked out and left. By that time, we knew the homies weren't able to get in either, which I'm glad they didn't, because we'd probably all be indicted or in jail right now. Because they were going, it would have been bad. That was going to be a bad scene.
Yeah, I did. Go ahead. I want to cut you. Go ahead.
No, I just saying Soul Train was going to be a bad scene that day.
Yeah, because Gene Deal, I did an interview with him, and he pretty much said the same shit you saying. Puff jumped and ran and hid up under some cars.
Yeah. But, Puff was active then. He the nigga used to dance. I kind of like how Puff be moving and shit. But he used to dance like a little clown. You know how Puff was. He was,
almost died.
He was just a dancer. He was a hype man.
Now let me ask you a question, Reggie. Who is the most YouTuber right now today that you dislike, that you just hate?
Who's the what now? I'm sorry.
The YouTuber that you hate the most is out right now. Is there one, or is there two, or any of them?
See, RJ's not a YouTuber, right?
No, RJ, he's not a YouTuber. No, he don't.
That's the only one I really, that dude Tadiq is funny to me. And lately, and I've been making comments. I even made some comments about on his page, and he was just like, oh, salute, brother. So he's trying to be cool, I just think he's funny from the things he was saying, and like I said, in the last 2 months, I just been listening to him ever since I got out of the hospital. I ain't been able to work and hustle like unfortunately I was. So I've been sitting on my ass a lot, and so I'll be listening to stuff. So I'm just really learning y'all, learning this whole game. I didn't know this game. The only one I ever knew really was Bomb was John Bomb first, and that's just because he was so cool. He was a little youngster. I kind of take responsible for getting him in the game, because I don't want to hire him, for back in the day with Death Row to do the website, stuff like that, and to create traffic. Because, 96, 97, 98, all that shit was new,
Right.
People didn't have all that stuff. And so John was the man that, I think I met him in 98, something like that. And so then he'll call and ask for this or to do that. And so that's why I kind of so that's why I used to do stuff for him and all of that. But I do them. I didn't even know how to go to the comment section, up until I swear I just learned that while I was in the. Notice I ain't never commented on that until December or November. Well, probably December of this year. I just learned all of that, and so it's some dudes from Hawaii. They were always respectful and cool. ASG or something like that. I like those little. They were cool, but they didn't seem to have many subscribers.
Right.
So I just,
But,
to say I respect RJ. I'll be honest. I respect RJ researchability. I
right.
respect that. I made a quack about him working at the Cheesecake Factory and all of that shit. But
Right.
if the nigga did, I mean, no, I don't say nigga. If the man did, that's by his choosing.
Right.
Because he can have a job doing anything of researching and stuff like that. So he's no dummy by no means.
Right.
So I just don't like how RJ personally attacking me, and even when he knows stuff is not true, he'll still go with it or take it and run with that. So that's the only problem I have with RJ. JMX, just man, if you would have called me yesterday, I would probably said something different.
Right.
But he had his wife in the background today calling me a racist and stuff, and I'm just like, what's so he seemed to be a little two-faced to me. So that's the only reason I have any problems with Jay. And if you look at his previous work prior to a year ago, he wasn't about that. He was about death row and just getting stuff out there, interviewing whoever he could. And so that's why I never really had a problem with Jay. And I just know lately he kind of got I didn't know you even heard of the 313 live show until I heard some guy on calling Reggie. Reggie. Wait a minute, I'm trying to call the hospital right now. I'm gonna get his fat ass. I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get that motherfucker. That's why I'm like, who's this nigga? What the fuck wrong with him? What I do to him?
Reggie,
that's when
I came in from the back door, you know what I'm saying? I came in the game, real quiet but the real shit, and they respect that. So I always keep it real and keep it 100. And I don't really, I listen to a lot of these gangsters, these keyboard gangsters, and I really don't give a fuck what they say. Because at the end of the day,
and I'm learning that.
Right.
I'm learning that now. I done finally said, damn, man, why am I arguing with this? I had to delete some stuff I said to a nigga. Cause I was like, man, you know where I be. You can find my address on Pacer. Come and get me, nigga. Come on, let's have some fun. I said, you know what?
At the end of the day, I see one of these clowns, I'll punch him in their motherfucking face. You know what I'm saying? But we ain't gonna.
I be waiting for somebody to show up on. But anyway,
not bad.
Do you know we used to do this? We used to go to niggas.
Man,
y'all know what I used to do. But anyway,
they ain't a lot of them ain't about that life, man. Somebody I called a question. Somebody told me to ask you, how much of the shit that Tanique say do you believe any of it, or you just view it as comedy?
Oh, which part? I'm sorry, the first part. Say the first part again.
Okay, somebody said, do you believe any of the shit that Tanique say, or do you just view the shit as comedy?
You know what? I probably listened to his page one time. Only thing I listened to, and I don't even know if I listened to the whole thing, was the interview he did last night on the Malik thing. Because I was like, damn, who is this dude? I was trying to figure out who he was. I was thinking maybe it was somebody that I saw around, and I was like, man, I don't remember this dude. I was trying to rack in my brain. It's like, damn, did I ever see somebody or anybody never? I almost called Kevin Hackey to say, Hackey, was a nigga named Malik with you? I'm gonna get, and I'll find out. Because Kevin would know. Hackey would know because he was around him more than Frank was.
Right.
So I don't get that. I'll find out if he was ever around. I swear I ain't never saw him. I can't remember.
Mo Preem said that he don't know the dude. The dude is not related to them at all. And Mo Preem said that. And I got the text messages to prove it, and I posted it up on my Facebook page. So no, Mo Preem, the nigga is a fraud, and Mo Preem clearly stated that. So okay.
But he tried to say he was the one. He was like a little older than Pac, and he got him in the game, and taught him how to sell weed and stuff like that. So
the nigga was, from my understanding, the nigga was born in '79. How is that possible? When Pac was born in '71. This is the thing.
He tried to make it seem. He tried to make it seem like he was older, as I understood it. So, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, but so to speak on, I mean, you gotta just be RJ, man. To be honest, it's just
Not,
That's the only one. Jesse threw out some dude named Garcia or something like that, or I don't even know who that Sergio or some Sergio. Why ain't going after him? And then Randall Sutherland. Let me talk about Randall a little bit. The dude from the Rolling Stones. He's not sold in. He's sold in that they work for me. He's not, and that I hired them. So that's why I can't really attack him too much. Because
right.
if you believe if you believe the Rampart thing, you either believe me or not. So you gotta. Brothers ain't go to the shit would have a fit if he knew I hired a dude and was hanging with a dude and another dude working with us that was fucking Sharitha. And that was homeboy with them. That's what Kevin Gaines was doing. It's common knowledge. Everybody know this.
So Kevin Gaines really was fucking his ex-wife.
Yeah, not his ex-wife now, but at the time it was his estranged wife. They were still cool. They were working together. They had account. She had account at Gelfand too. Was it Gelfand? Well, yeah, Gelfand accounting firm too. She was an integral part of. That role. She was Tupac, man. She the one set up the tours and all of that stuff.
Hold on, let me say this. I didn't see it, but somebody just said Tanique called me a bitch. Let me say this to you, Tanique. I'm not gonna do this back and forth shit with you on the internet. I done that one time with you once before. I'm not gonna do it with you again, nigga. Like I said, if you want to see me, nigga, I'm in Detroit. You can talk all this big bad shit over the motherfucking internet or whatever, nigga, but I'll break your motherfucking jaw if I see you face to face. And I'm done with you. Now, I'm trying to be cordial with your fat ass. I have not spoke upon you. I have not said nothing foul about you. Now, if you want to come over here with this old fuck shit, nigga, you know where I'm at. I'm in Detroit, nigga. Or you do know I know where you live at, nigga. So let's just, keep it 100 and you stay in your lane and I'm in my lane, partner. So we're going to leave it at that. Real motherfucking talk. Now go ahead.
Because it all is supposed to be about us, just, people getting the information, because that's all we're doing it for, is for the people that just really want to know the truth and, for the fans and stuff. So
that's right.
Oh, that gangster internet shit ain't.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. These fucking clowns, man. I laugh at them. You know what I'm saying? That you take the time. You don't like me, and you make it be known that you don't like me, but you sit up and you watch my shit, and then you comment on the shit. Then you take some of my style. That's cool. I understand that you like what I'm doing, you like what I'm saying, and you stealing some of the swag. It's all good, old dude. You know what I'm saying? I respect him just a little bit, you know what I'm saying, because he has no quit. You know what I'm saying? He can put some bullshit out, and he know it's bullshit, and it sells to the people, and he would keep that shit going. So I got a little respect for him for that, because he has no quit. You know what I mean? But anything else, man, if you got something to say to me, you want to come on my show, let's make it happen, nigga. We ain't gotta go back and forth with this YouTube shit. You know what I'm saying? I give you 30 minutes to say what the fuck you gotta say to me on the phone, nigga, and record this shit and put it on YouTube. You can go live with me. You can come on this motherfucker and go live. Nah, yeah, man, fuck that shit. I'm down with that, man. So, man, let's see. Some people was asking about Frank Alexander, man. Now, do you honestly really think that Frank was trying to be more of Tupac's friend than his bodyguard?
Well, that's his personality, and bodybuilders and guys that are into themselves and take care of their bodies like he did and stuff like that. They have that type of personality, and so that was him. That's why a lot of people didn't really care for him, and even RJ said himself that his wife didn't like him and stuff like that. So that was just his personality. You know what I mean? Where he rubbed some people the wrong way. He thought he was really worth more than he didn't really want to be a bodyguard, but I guess that was the hand that was dealt to him at that time. Because he had drove around in a 500 SL. He lived in a nice neighborhood in Orange County. It was a nice area. The place where RJ said they were hanging out at, and I went to him with him before at the harbor. The harbor house was like you can look over the water from where you're eating at and stuff like that. So that was the type of dude he was. So and he just. And I guess I couldn't. You can't. You know that cowboy stuff that came later. I guess that was with the new. And I say this word, and I need to stop saying it. You know, with his new bunny, because that's all he dated was white women, which ain't nothing wrong with that. If you can pull them, you can pull them.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess that chick was more with the horses and stuff. Where the one he was with before that I know she was one of those blondes, with the fake titties and all of that stuff that lived in the Orange, in the Orange County area. So I'm saying that to say that's just the type of dude he was. Everybody say, well, look at that interview that he did with the niece and stuff like that. Yeah, I kind of made that happen. I don't want to kind of tell him, hey, Paul, they're doing this special, and he got some community service off for doing that. You know what I mean? Because he had to do some community service time. They originally was going to have Pop doing freeway stuff, and he didn't show up to that and didn't do that, and they got that worked out. That's why that fight was done like a benefit. Where he was performing that night, because he was working off some of his community service time for that. That's why we did it like for the association, some boxing association or something, for the police association in Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm saying that to say, that's why he did stuff like that. I mean, he was cool. Pac got along at the end. He dealt with Kevin Hackey because he knew.
Hold on a second. Tanique, you got something you want to say, nigga? Hit the email address, nigga, the 313liveshow@gmail.com. Go ahead, hit it up, the 313liveshow@gmail.com, partner. We know you got a application or something on your phone, nigga. You can call with a fake number, nigga. Leave that fake number or whatever, nigga. Come on now. Come on. Do what you do, nigga. So now, and this nigga
he should be mad because he getting a lot of hits on this little channel. I see he up about 5,000.
Yeah,
on that bullshit that he put out yesterday.
You call it bullshit, Reggie?
Oh, man, he know it is. He know it's fake.
Okay.
He know that's why He know he made that dude and coached that dude. He was leading him the whole way. But anyway,
man, fuck that nigga. He want to call me.
I don't want to start no war with him. He done already done told me up and let him go.
He can call me if he want. He can email me his phone number and we can go from there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, talk and work it out.
Yeah, he want to get on the show and say his little piece. He can come on the show and say his little piece. I do. Matter of fact, I'll run another live show with his ass on here tonight. If he got
and he noticed, and anybody noticed, I'll respond to every comment as long as you ain't talking shit to me. So I'll respond to your comments.
So man,
if you got any questions for me, I'll answer it.
Yo, man, listen. I want to set that up for you and RJ Bun. We can do it like y'all did it on the Bum First Guy show, on John's show.
Yeah.
I do one part on.
The only reason, because I wouldn't want to slight him, because that's my boy, and he's been trying to do it, and I done learned that. I guess you get stuff generated by, and get subscribers and stuff like that
most definitely
for stuff with good content. And I think if we promote it right, it'll be some good content.
Yep.
Like I said, as long as people don't hold me down for dates and stuff like that, I can deal with RJ. RJ will have the paperwork with me because he's a good researcher. I'm just talking off the top of my head, man.
Most definitely. Or you know what? I think that would be a great thing. You and RJ, y'all hash it out, do what y'all do, and then the other half goes on to. It don't matter. John can have the first. I'll take the second, or I can take the first. He take the second. It doesn't matter. Let's make it happen. RJ, are you down for this shit? Are you with it, RJ? Are you with this? I don't think he's still here because RJ would have popped his head.
They're getting ready for their show, so they can tear us up. You might be enemy number one now.
Nah, I doubt that. Nah.
you might then cross over in their minds, but they don't know. It's just I think you really misunderstood me because I wanted to do this at 7 p.m. our time, but it's all good because I wanted to. Cause my whole motive of doing it was that to kill off any subscribers. Their subscribers to listen to your show versus his show at 7 p.m. But
So,
so we'll go ahead and have fun and listen to their little bullshit because I'm sure they're gonna tear us up today.
oh, so you really mean that shit when you say you want to destroy RJ? Cause I heard the little part when you say I want to take him out. I want to destroy
That was
him.
my plan. And Jesse said. Like Jesse said today, he said a nigga need to be worried about his federal time. Now I got my attorneys are worried about that, Jesse. Um, it is what it is. But RJ, I got at least 4 months to be out. I got at least 3 to 4 more months of freedom. So during that time, if you can either be nice or, and like I said, I don't even mind his theories of believing. I mean, the patent thing, he needed to just drop that all the way.
Okay.
He need to drop. He need to be tearing me up about procedures and why I did this or why I didn't do that or stuff like that. But to say that I'm paying little half there,
Let's
no.
somebody told me to ask you this question.
Okay.
What's going on? Something about the DJ Quick and Suge beef. Was that really a beef between DJ Quick and Suge?
All right, this is what happened. DJ Quick, well, when Suge came home, like I said, Suge pushed up on Quick for some reason. I don't even know. Suge gave Quick a lot of money when he was out and stuff like that. And when Suge came home, he did push up on Quick for some money, and Quick ended up giving him like $20,000 or something like that for something. Mm-hmm. It wasn't that he was broke or something like that, but Quick was doing okay at the time, and he did push up on Quick, and he lived in the same community, like a couple of blocks away from where one of Suge baby mama Stormy lived, and I knew that because I don't want to rent the house for Stormy, and got her in the house and all of that stuff, and so we went in the gate and went there and popped up at Quick house one night, which was disrespectful. I done learned now, like 2 or 3 in the morning. Knocking on the door 2 or 3 in the morning and talking to Quick. So then Quick, that's when he had to do named Tony Lane and he was with Tony Lane and Shepard Lane. He was dealing with them. And Tony Lane kind of had a little street credibility out here, but nothing major. But he's kind of but he's a blood dude from the west side, Fruitown or Treetop Haru. Mm-hmm. And so, Paru, the niggas ain't scared of each other. Game ain't game ain't. That's just like you and me. You ain't gonna bow down to me. And I'm not gonna bow down to you. So right. That's how Tony Lane then was. And they were kind of like Quick's protection. Mm-hmm. But not only was Tony Lane was with him, but Suge's cousins, Ronald and Donald, mm-hmm. who, for some reason, they kind of do their own thing in the game and stuff. And, they doing all right, street money, mm-hmm. but they doing okay. And but they were kind of was like Tony Lane and Suge's cousin Ronald was real tight. Mm-hmm. And so they one time they called me and they said, Reg, what's up? Y'all coming on Quick houses late at night? Ooh. Y'all want to holler at him? Talking all that woofing. So I told them, all right. I said, well, y'all come up to the office. Come meet us at the office. Mm-hmm. And they came deep. They came with some Hoover Crip niggas and about 10 niggas came to the office. Mm-hmm. And when they came, I was seeing them coming like that. I was like, oh, you niggas ain't coming in the gate. By that time, the homies was around. I went and got some of our homies, and everybody came running down. Shit was there. Like, what's up? How y'all coming? What y'all coming to a meeting like this for? What's up? What y'all trying to do? Y'all come to the nigga house this early in the morning, all of that. And so they worked it out. We all got it worked out that day. But, Suge Quick left with an S on his chest because it was like, yeah, I got my little crew down and this too and all of that. So by that time, Quick paid whatever. I think he gave shit like $20,000 or something like that, and it was supposed to have been all gone. Mm-hmm. After that happened, Quick. I think he was at a some type of event. This was later when Suge kind of lost his little crew. Everybody started going to jail and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. He must have dissed Suge at something with Farrakhan, some meeting or something like that, where he kind of dissed Quick. And then, Quick said something to this Suge a little bit. And that was the only thing I ever heard between Quick and Suge, to be honest.
Oh,
But
okay.
those are two things that really kind of happened.
Okay. Now,
Yeah.
somebody said something about some guy Kevin or something. How many times did he get put in the corner or some shit like that? Some niggas get put in the corner at death row. Somebody told me to ask you that. Is that?
Yeah, I ain't never heard no shit like that. I ain't never seen nothing like that. He might have been some engineers or, well, not no artist. He didn't disrespect his artists like that. Shit would do anything. Back then, nigga asked for something, they had it. It might not happen as quick as they wanted or right then. Niggas got what they wanted, especially if you caught that nigga. It was just catching up with shit was the problem. I don't know what the problem was, catching that nigga, because he'd come to office, he'd come to studio, nigga had a big old nice office and stuff, and usually he had some good food coming and some females and Pac or, whoever was the main artist, Danny Boy had a little juice with him. Danny Boy pretty much had an open door to him.
Kevin
Stuff
Lewis.
like that. They'd be back there.
Yeah, Kevin Lewis. That's the guy's name. Kevin Lewis.
Yeah, they'd be back there with him, but he kind of kept himself isolated because niggas was always coming asking for a check or wanted something,
Okay.
And so it was just catching him. If you caught him, you got it. It was just catching him.
Hey, Suge was trying to.
And I'm talking about the regular artists or the workers and stuff like that. Snoop and Pac or something like that can always get to him if it wasn't a problem. I mean, there's been some times when Pac was like trying to call and get a hold to him, but that's usually because the nigga just laid up or something like that. It was usually because shit was laid up or something like that, but niggas can get to him.
Now let me ask you this. I always ask anybody this who I interview that knows Tupac and dealt with Tupac personally. Reggie, give us a story, a personal story, no media, no news, no nothing. Give us a personal Tupac story that something that only you would know about Tupac that happened.
I got one.
Go ahead. That you never told nobody.
Yeah. I got one.
Hey, hold on. We raw. So whatever you want to say, you can say it.
Okay. Suge and I'm gonna tell you a personal story that was funny to me.
Mm-hmm.
It was right before the California Love video. Well, Suge was on house arrest, where he had to be in the studio at a certain time and he couldn't leave. And he had an ankle bracelet on and all of that. And so, where his attorney got it worked out was where he could be at the studio, and we built a little like a little bedroom and all of that in his office.
Mm-hmm.
But those niggas was in there, right? They had brought some bitches. I think they were some strippers or something. And they had like 3 or 4 bitches in there with them. And I don't mean to refer to chicks like that. 3 or 4 females in there with them.
Mm-hmm.
And they were in there stripping. But one of the chicks, man, she got so drunk where she was passed out completely. Where they thought this chick was dead.
Mm-hmm.
Some niggas was so panicked and scared. Reg, get it. And so the bras that was with them, like, man, what y'all killed her? What she been taking and all of that. But what happened? Everybody was in there scared for about 5 minutes or whatever. And then she came to light, came up and stuff. But niggas thought she had died from alcohol poisoning and shit. And you should have seen both of those niggas. Pac was out on appeal bond and Suge on probation. niggas. Yeah, that was a funny situation. I'll tell you another one right quick, too.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Okay, well, that's okay. Go ahead. We'll save it for the next time.
Nah, you can go ahead because I know you got a lot. No. You go ahead. I said you go ahead. No, go ahead.
Oh, okay. And I'll tell you something because people always say me and Pac to get along. That wasn't true. It was just that Pac was stubborn. Pac was hard-headed, and I was kind of like in a quote-unquote like a management position where, people come to me to get stuff done out in the field, not in the office. But, I remember when we had a bunch of tickets. That's when he got – and we used to get parties. This nigga named he just died, too, L.A. Dre.
L.A.
Dre had connections. Yeah, L.A. Dre had connections with those chicks that strip club, and yeah, one in Houston, some chicks in Houston, and but mainly at that Magic City in Atlanta. And we flew all about 15, 20 of those bitches into Vegas at Shiv's house, and we had a big party and stuff like that. But we went to the airport.
Mm-hmm.
We was at the airport. And something happened with the tickets or something like that with when Pac was about to get on the plane or something like that. Because we was already up at the gate and stuff. But airports wasn't like they are now, where you had to have your own ticket in your hand and have them in your name and stuff like that.
Right.
And I remember he got mad, and he got mad about something. Maybe because everybody didn't have tickets or something like that. Because there was supposed to be some other dudes that were supposed to get on the flights, and we just had probably like 10 tickets, and we was like, hey, we were just trying to get everybody out.
Mm-hmm.
And he got mad, and he threw the tickets down on the ground, and he go, I ain't going if all my people can't go and all that. I was like, oh, okay, well, that's all the tickets we got. I'll get them on the flights. I ain't getting on the plane right now, but whatever. And so he threw the tickets on, and that's when he left. And left like, I ain't going. So everybody got that win and all that. Everybody came back and was talking about how good the party was, and how this and this and this. And then I was like, yeah, see, that's Poxy. You want the trip and like the food. And so then, to make a long story short, we had to do the party again the next week for Pac, because he was so mad that he missed out and he heard about the good time everybody had and shit. Because he was trying to ride or stand up for somebody. I forget who it was, but somebody that wasn't getting on the flight. And he was like, man, all my people will fly together and all this.
Oh, okay.
Like, whatever, Pac. Yeah, just stuff like that. I'll just show you how Pac was, but then he get mad, and then he hear about it. Like, man, sure, you got to do that shit again, Yeah.
That's Tupac, yeah.
I think Tyson even came. That was so funny. I remember Mike Tyson came because he lived right down the street from where Sheriff's spot was, and he came in there and he's like, I got $5,000, whatever bitches want to go with us. And we looked at it like shit. We was like, nigga, these bitches already paid for a Pac. Tyson, what? Like, you tripping? Just come and hang. And that's when the homies, they kind of got mad at me. Like, man, this nigga coming here and flashing money, and we'll pull something. So a couple of the bitches left and went with him to his house. And he paid him like 5 G's. He was like, nigga, you up here bringing $5,000 these hoes already paid for. But, yeah, that was the time, boy.
Beautiful. Well, yo, Regs, man, listen. I'm going to set that up with RJ. And then
okay.
I'm going to touch back down with you on that, man. And, yo, man, I
think... Get the perimeters, because you know how he is. Because I heard him talk about, well, I wouldn't want to debate him because he'd be all over the place. And I just want to ask specific questions and this and this. So find out what his specific topic is.
Okay. Well, hey, I'm going to make that happen. And we gonna set that up, man, because that'll be good. It'd be great for RJ, and y'all had that little debate, and y'all go for what y'all know, since you already did yours with Jesse. So let's see what's gonna happen with you and RJ.
Yep.
All right, my brother, man. Yo, I thank you, and I appreciate you for even, like I said, just taking the time on to kick it with us. And I want to shout the realest out for even just calling me up and just saying, yo, I got to make this happen. You and Reg, I got to squash that, you know what I'm saying? And, it was all, all love, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, our nigga Kurt Cobain, right?
Yeah, Kurt Cobain. We can't leave Kurt Cobain out, because Kurt he was networking and in politicking it, so, and it was all good. I appreciate both those brothers, you know what I'm saying? The realist and Kurt Cobain, for real.
Yep.
All right, now, Reg, thanks, my brother, and I'm gonna hold you. I'm gonna lock you in, and I'm gonna make sure that we make it happen with you and RJ.
Give Kurt Cobain my number too if you talk to him. You don't have to reach out to him, but I have Real reach out to him.
Okay.
I don't try to get him on me and Bomb First live stream that we're gonna be doing every Wednesday at 7 p.m. We're gonna be answering whatever questions, pretty much like we did, but mainly about death row stuff, not so much about
the other shit, the conspiracy. Okay, got you.
Stuff. Mainly just about what's going on. Try to bring different people on the show. Producers. I don't get Trayvon to deal with the conspiracy stuff once or twice.
For sure.
Big C Style, people like that, people that were just around that had relationships. Big C Style had a relationship with Snoop that was, you can't get no closer than as far as a homie and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Matter of fact, I might have Big C Style to be my first one tomorrow on our show.
Hey,
you can have your people tune in to that, and I appreciate it.
Oh, most definitely, people got to go over there and check out Bum first and tune in.
But like I said, it's gonna be mainly about death row stuff,
Death Row.
and not the conspiracy stuff. But we'll touch it if people just got something that's killing them that maybe you didn't touch on or ask.
Most down.
Because I'm sure, yeah.
Hey, let's make it happen. Let's get this work going and keep the unity going and just connect it and grow everybody. You know what I'm saying? That's just what we on right here. Real talk.
Yep.
All right, now Reg,
Okay.
peace and love, my brother.
All right, man. If
All
you
right,
ever
man.
need something, got a question, your people asking this, don't hesitate to reach out or hit me up on your comment section.
No
I'll
problem.
be checking it.
All right, my brother.
All right, buddy.
All right, peace.
All right.
All right.
Peace.
What's up, y'all? There y'all have it. Y'all got the Reggie Wright. That this was, like I say, surprising. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, shout out to the realest. You know what I'm saying? The realest made this happen. The realest and Kurt Cobain, they were networking. Like, okay, look, y'all, we got to squash this that's going on. You know what I'm saying? It's going too far with you and Reggie. So neither one of y'all is backing down. And the realist just came straight in and said, you know what? I called you Rail because Reggie, I talked to him. He wanna put it to the side. What's up, man? Let's do this because it ain't worth what's going on this internet shit. You know what I'm saying? So at the same time, I said, okay, make it happen. And the realist called Reggie, and they chopped it up, and he called me right back, and bam, here we are today. You know what I'm saying? Thank you all for the tuning in, who loved the interview, who liked it. Thank you, I appreciate you. And if you didn't like it, still thank you. I appreciate you too, because guess what? You stayed in this motherfucker for 2 hours and you rocked with us and you watched it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna say this. If that was the somebody trolling and acting this Tanique, I'm gonna apologize. For anything I may have said, and it wasn't him. If it was him and he was talking sideways, hey, it is what it is. You feel me? So like I said, if he want to get on, matter of fact, if it was him, I'm going to check the email right now live with you guys on the phone. And if he's sent the email and left a number to call him at, and guess what? I'm going to call him right here on the air with you guys right now, live. And I'm checking the email right now, and guess what? He didn't email me. Didn't leave a number. So I think it was a fake account. So like I said, if it was a fake account, I apologize to Tanique. You know what I'm saying? And that's that. I'm a big enough man to do that. So it is what it is. And we done with that. We don't even talk about him over here. You feel what I'm saying? So like I say, if that was a troll, fuck that troll. So anybody want to call in right now? Do anybody want to call in? I'll have somebody on the show right now. Do anybody want to call in? I will put the hotline number up. Do anybody want to call? Just say yes. Whoever want to call in, I will put you in this motherfucker. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I'm going to call RJ Bun right now. We're going to get RJ Bun on the phone. I'm going to see if RJ is going to accept Reggie's, what's her name? We're going to see that. Let me call RJ right now. I'm finna call RJ Bun right now and see if RJ is going to accept Reggie's invitation. What's up, Gino?
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system.
Okay, RJ's going to voicemail. Okay. RJ, if you out there, call me. Let's call J Mix. I'm going to call J Mix and see what's going on here. Let's call Jesse, y'all. Let's call Jesse up. Let's hit Jesse up. Okay. There we go. Let's call him. Jesse's ringing.
Hey, this is Jesse. I'm sorry I missed your call. Please leave a detailed message, and I'll.
Neither one is available. Neither one of them is available right now. Okay, Jesse's on the phone right now. Okay, he says he's on the phone. So listen, y'all. For all you new people, subscribe to the channel. I'm not done yet. I'm not done. I got so much new shit coming y'all way. I'm not done. Y'all gonna see some shit, big shit coming over here. Big shit, real shit. To all you people that's new, go over and follow me on the go follow me on my page over on Facebook. Terrell Foster, Terrell Foster. That guy Rel. Send me a friend request over there. And I got a group, a private page, just for 100 people. And we still got openings for maybe, 30 people to go? And we're going to bring them. That's a secret society page. That's secret. Only the trusted get in over there, the real family. So, that's that. That being said and done, ladies and gentlemen, I'm out. Thank you guys for giving me your time, your attention. I appreciate you all. Peace and love until the next time. This is my first time doing this, and we're going to do it again. Peace and love.